Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Today I still have Charles Warren with me. Thank you so much for being here. We're
Thanks
doing
for having me.
RuPaul's Drag Race All Star 6, Episode 3. This was the commercial branding challenge. I thought it was a great episode, and we're going to give you a great review. We're going to introduce ourselves real quick. Angie, Kiss My Cheeks TV, everywhere Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
I'm Charles Warren. I'm the Charles Warren on Instagram, Charles Warren online, and I also sell sore muscle hygiene products that Angie has been using as well. CharlesWarrenPresents.com. Check me out.
Me and Charles are like always right here because I was going to shout him out anyway. I remembered to
Yes,
bring my ginger
sweet
rub.
yeah, sweet ginger
I
vapor
did
rub.
I did a review on his website, but I wanted to show people like I actually use this. Like as you can see,
Yes, it
I
has
don't know where the camera is.
that ginger, eucalyptus, all those
It
good
smells
oils
so
and
good.
butters. Yes, you can put it on
Every
your
day
sore spots, your knees,
before,
your
yes,
ankles.
before and after Zumba, I live by this because I have 40-year-old knees. And so, shout out the website again. It's all natural and it works. It
Yes,
works just as good as anything else with chemicals in it. And it's all natural and it's from a Black owned business. So, support. Shout out the website one more time, Charles. You were right
it's
here today. I was trying to
always,
surprise you. I was going to surprise
always.
you, like, look, I got it.
It's CharlesWarrenPresents.com. And I'll have to get like a promo code or something for you, Angie, so we can get you in and get your audience, get you a link and
Yeah, so
everything.
they can see it because I'm going to definitely shout it out because get to watching what Charles is doing with natural products because he has some stuff coming that I'm really excited about. And so that will
Hmm.
be announced
Soon.
later. But
Yes.
let's get into last night's episode. I finally was excited for the episode. I was like, oh, this is good. I guess they had to get their balls running, get back into the competition mode. I thought it was a great episode. We opened up doing what they always do, looking at the lipsticks to see who voted for who. And of course, Yara has two lipsticks.
Hmm.
And if you did not watch episode two's review, what happened? I said exactly what was going to happen. As soon as those two lipsticks came out, Ginger men start wailing. I didn't mean to vote for my sister, but I had to vote for Jiggly because I want to be fair. And so, of course, everyone is looking at Trinity, and Trinity did take accountability for her vote, but I thought her reason was BS. What did you think?
We called it. We knew
We called it.
we didn't know if there was going to be more than two votes, but we knew that she was just going to get that stab back. She was still bitter about the fact that Yara voted for her. So, of course, she was going to pull Yara's
I wish
tail.
she would have just been honest. Not like, oh, Yara, you only took 2 minutes to do your dress, and Jiggly really worked on that. Who cares? Who cares? This is not a time competition. It's who looks the best. No one
Right.
cares who did it the quickest. And just a quick shout out to you, Jiggly, and everybody else who may want to come back for All Stars or Drag Race. You all know y'all got to sew. If y'all aren't in some seamstress's class to learn how to make a basic dress so you could be dazzled, that's your fault. That's your fault. Everyone right now with All Stars should know how to sew something. Something.
Well, okay, let's for Jiggly's case. I don't think Jiggly ever thought she would ever be on All Stars.
But when you get the
So,
phone call, she got a phone call, didn't she?
but that don't mean she had time to learn. Jiggly Caliente is not All Star status. So I'm sure she was just like, I'm gonna live off the glory of being on there one season. I'm now on Pose, and you know Pose is now her tagline. Pose, pose, pose. They
But
talked
Pose
about
is
Pose
off the
3 times
air. Let's be
an episode.
honest. Pose is gone. So what's your next
Right.
paycheck, boo?
Previous All Star. So Drag Race.
But I love Jiggly. I love all the girls. But I hate when they start crying because they can't sew. But let's move it forward. Let's move it forward. So up next, you know, Rue girl. They come into the. Does Rue say that again? I know he changed a lot of the taglines. I guess to be more trans appropriate. Does he still say "ooh girl"?
No,
Oh,
I
okay,
don't think so.
okay. I'm sorry.
Uh-uh.
I don't know what he said. I don't know what he says, but he comes in and let everyone know it's a branding challenge. Everyone gets up shortest to tallest, and then that's how he picks the teams. I thought that was a nice way to pick teams. So, I mean, Frame still ended up being together, but I thought that was fair.
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
I don't remember who was in which team. We're going to get that at the end of the episode when we actually talk about the finished product and actually who went home. There wasn't too much that happened in the workroom that was worth talking about for me. Did you have any workroom drama you want to discuss?
In the workroom, they were worried about Yara because Yara is never, she doesn't sit down or sit still because Yara was just making noise and moving around and stuff. But
But they knew she would be
since,
funny.
right, y'all have four people in the group, y'all should be able to still focus in on what one thing she's going to do and make that funny. And you don't really need her to sit still, because they kept talking about it. And it's like,
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that group, but I'm going to wait to the end when we actually talk about the finished product. I'll save all of
mhm.
my opinions for the end. So let's just jump to the main part of the episode. If we skip out all the workroom, let's get to the runway. It is, what did you call it? The redemption runway?
The redemption runway.
Redemption runway, where you take a look that you felt was a fail or a miss in the past and you get a do over. I love this runway. I love to see what they come up with. A couple of people I thought played it way too safe, but let's get into it. Up first, we have pictures today, you all. RuPaul, he
I think
comes out in a,
I think looks great to me.
I love it. I love the dress. At first, I hated the hair. I feel like it's too far away from her face, but I love those just statement earrings. So
Yeah,
I
I
like the
love the
look.
purple. I think I like the color. Yeah.
Purple is Rue's color. That's
Yeah.
definitely his color. So Rue gets a 10 this
Yes,
week because you
10s.
know Rue can get a chop just like everybody else sometimes. Up next, or up first, is Kylie Sonique. And as you can see, she is redoing her Lady Gaga look from the Snatch Game. Now, this isn't a good picture of her outfit, but I just want to show the Lady Gaga picture. This is more what I'm going
I
to
think
give it a 10 because I know how Gaga is. This is Gaga, but it's not
mhm,
Angie. But I just love the theatrics of it. She definitely
mhm.
slayed it with the wig and the makeup. So I'm gonna give her a 10 for this.
Yeah, I give her a 10 because I like the motion of the outfit. I think
Yes.
it doesn't photograph well because to me it's ugly, but when you see it
It's
moving,
ugly
it
still.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Mm.
It makes a
So
lot of sense. Up next is the person who I thought had the best outfit of the evening.
I agree.
Um, Scarlett, I didn't even take a picture of the before her workroom entrance look because I didn't see anything wrong with that entrance look, but this is definitely elevated. That face is everything, but this shot right here, I was just like, this is gorgeous. Like tens, all tens across the board. I love it.
Yeah, I think she had the best look so far.
Hmm.
Um, my only one critique would be she has to be careful with the painting of the face because
You think so?
it's borderline giving me like Puerto Rican light skinned black girl. And
Let me see.
if she would have went any darker, it would have been a little blackface. So
But Charles, look at
she
her
looks
skin. It
good.
matches her skin though, so she's just
No,
tan.
she's really pale in real life.
Um,
Yeah, she may be bronze right there, but in real life she is not a light brown girl. Mm-mm.
what do they call that on Instagram? Blackfishing, where you like
Black
to look
fishing.
mixed or Puerto Rican for,
Hmm.
I
And
guess, Instagram likes.
they've been getting on Raven about that too, the drag queen, because
Raven has always painted darker.
she makes her skin very brown, and that's not how they look as boys. So it's like, be careful. She's on that line, but I think it looks great.
Let's leave it there of looking great. Who's up next? Eureka gets a
Ooh,
chop. I
chop.
hated this look. It doesn't look any better from her first look. Chop it all the way down. Just because you got body positivity and you want to show it all, don't mean that's the look. And I don't think it's really the cat suit. It's the fluff all up around the neck and arms. I don't like it. And I
Yeah,
don't like the neon colors.
the shoulders lean right into the ears, and it's like giving you no neck. I hate when it gives me no neck. Yes, no matter your size, you need to give
You
me
need to
neck.
show your
Tyra
neck.
Banks told you, yes, give
A
us
roll and
the
all.
neck,
Show the neck.
all of it. But yeah, it wasn't my
Okay,
favorite,
so
so a
you're
chop.
chopped, Eureka, and we know you can do better. Who's up next? Oh, Raja. I thought Raja looked amazing. I did hate that original. I forget what cartoon character they said she looks like. The only thing I didn't like, she gets a 10. I just don't like the dresses that go like this when you're walking because
Hmm.
they're like stiff. But I thought Raja looked gorgeous.
Raja has really stepped it up this season.
Yes.
I also really enjoyed the deep richness of that brown
Oh,
she
yes.
chose, because
Hmm.
it goes well with her complexion and the way those leaves are just sitting, baby. I love it. I love
I
it. And
love
I'm glad
all
that
of
they
it.
didn't do too much with the hair in the back, because if they would have given too much hair, it would have taken away from the structure of the leaves, you
The
know?
leaves are the hair. That's your wig. The
Right.
leaves. Up next was Miss Pandora, and she gets a good old
Chop.
chop. The color combination alone is a chop. Why would you pick these colors to redo? Do I have the full dress? It's just not cute.
The face is a chop. The makeup is a chop. The outfit is a chop. All of it. The way she performed, the way she walks is a chop. Yeah.
No.
To be honest, she should have went home this week, but that's a whole nother.
We'll save that because I don't agree, but we're gonna talk about who went home this week. Up next, Yara Sophia. This is another one where the original was not that bad, but this slays for me. I love this. It's
Yeah,
definitely a 10.
Yara doesn't have a lot of bad looks, so
Michelle did
she
critique her whites highlight. Like she's the opposite. Like she is Puerto Rican, but her highlight is ghostly.
yeah, but Gottmik does that and y'all live, so choose which one. Like,
No, number one, I don't live
no,
for
not you.
that.
I'm saying people in general. When Gottmik does this,
But
it's, oh
this
my
isn't
god,
Gottmik.
tense.
Gottmik does white face, like clown face. Yara's highlight is just too light.
Yara has always done this. If you go back to when Yara
I
originally came
know
on, Yara has always done her face like this.
she
But
does, and I love Yara. Michelle said it, not me, but I love it.
I
I
I think
definitely
Yara
love
is
it when she has
creative.
those ice blue eyes. It really makes it pop.
Yeah, and it gives, when she goes for goth, the white powder is necessary because it helps contrast with the black. So yeah,
But love the dress, one leg and all, because
tens,
it's really a
tens, tens.
cat suit. But up next is another lady of the golf. This is Trinity K. Bonet. Again, her original I didn't think needed a redemption. The original is gorgeous, but this was gorgeous too. This is a nice
Yeah.
dress. You can't go
Well,
wrong
sh
with it.
That's because she always brings good looks. So when you always have good looks, you don't have many to choose from. I do agree. I love the outfit. I love that it's dripping in diamonds.
Yes.
Um, I just don't like the wig. When
Is it
they
really a
shot,
wig? It looks like it's just a straight back wig with a headpiece. So it
yeah,
really
didn't
isn't
like it.
focused too much on the wig.
Didn't like the hairline. Didn't like the part. When they show her up close, the wig was mm, crunchy for me.
You still get tens, Trinity. Who's next?
Tis.
Oh, this is my chop of the night. Jen, I hated the original and I hate the remake. I agree 100% with Michelle Visage. Where's the picture? You made yourself look old. You are not an old woman. This
Mm.
aged you, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, they definitely said mother of the bride of like baby spice or something, sporty spice or something.
Yes, and Sporty Spice is already 50 years old, so that means you 70.
Yeah, I definitely gave this. Okay, my thing is her hair is on point. That hair, love. The outfit, not so much.
I
So
don't like the hair, the
I like
makeup,
the
or the
hair.
dress.
So I gave it a chop.
Ugh, I don't even really want to click on the next picture, but we have to. This is someone
Oh
whose
my gosh.
redemption looks worse than the original. Like you looked a fool the first time, but then you come back and say, I could look even worse, you all. Like these pants, what were you thinking, Ginger?
I think Ginger's boyfriend makes her outfits,
He
and
needs to stop.
it need it needs y'all need to outsource. It needs y'all need to bring somebody else into the team or something else needs to happen because the looks are consistently bad. I don't like how to me the outfit is like cupping her stomach.
Right.
It
She
looks like
doesn't
the
know how to
outfit
dress for her shape.
exactly. It's like the outfit is cupping her stomach and making her stomach look bigger than it is. Because
Yes.
Ginger is a small person. She's not skinny, but still she doesn't wear clothing that flatter her size.
She doesn't. Like, Silky is huge, and Silky looks great in her
Yes.
outfits.
Eureka is
Ginger,
huge.
Eureka is huge and tall, and she looks
Yes.
great in her outfits. Like, you need to learn how to dress for your body, not just throw something on because you want to put it on. But that's just not even cute on. I don't care if Naomi Campbell hit the runway in that. That is an ugly outfit.
Oh.
Look at this thing on her face. Like, what is this on your face?
She thought she was giving you Gladiator, Alaska, Raja, somebody. I don't. She thought she was giving you fashion, but it just with your brand and your aesthetic, it does not work. I'm sorry, it does not
No.
work.
Up next, we have who I said does know how to dress for her body. Suki Nutmeg Ganache. She is redoing, I guess, that Sister Sister
Disco.
challenge, and she wanted to be Disco Sisters. So she redid a disco outfit. This is a much better picture. I would wear that. Like, give it to me, Suki. Let me take it in just a little bit. I would wear this. This is amazing to me.
I agree. I think this is a really good outfit. To me, this season, Silky has been looking really good.
I
Really
agree.
good this season, and
And she should
especially in
not have went
red.
home. She should
In
not have went
red,
home.
uh, I agree. Out of the four that they had to choose from, I agree.
But we don't get to that. We talking about outfits right now. The last, definitely not least, is Akira. She had to redo her caftan. She actually has a caftan this time, and she slayed it. Like, I
Chop.
only gave you this one picture because you chopped.
Chop.
Oh my god!
Chop. Get off the runway, please. Chop.
Why? It's a caftan and it's amazing.
This was one of the worst looks of the night. I
Oh my god!
I hated it. Oh my gosh. The over accessorizing. I did not like this. I didn't
It
like
was
all this
over
blue hair.
accessorized,
And the fact
but
that it was conflicting, it looked like she had hammer pants on one side and then she had the bedazzle on the other thigh. I did not like that. It was just too much. It was too
if
much.
she didn't have fabric in front of one thigh, it would have been the original, a catsuit with wings.
Chop, baby. It was a chop for me. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I loved it, Akira. Let's move on. So now we have to talk about these three commercials. We see the finished products. Up first, who are they? No, that's not the original. The X or size queens. And they were supposed to have a business that does exorcisms. And then they took the word exercise out of the exorcisms and created something.
They were
Oh,
size queens, which are
exor
people that prefer guys with large packages.
well, that's not what the commercial they said
That
exercise queens. They
Yeah,
exercise.
but you didn't get it. That's why they kept saying exercise queens. That's why they were like, oh, it's never too big. No, no, no. You weren't getting it,
No.
Angie. You didn't get
I didn't get
it.
it. I thought they were doing exorcisms with exercise, and that's why I was like, okay, they did a great job.
But the
Like they're
gag,
exercising.
the joke is that they're size queens.
Oh, well, I didn't get that. Like to me, this was the joke. I thought Eureka did great doing her exercises, getting
She
the
looked
demons
like
out.
she looked like Ginger right there when Ginger was on
Yes,
her original
that was
season.
shade though, but yes. Even though I didn't get the joke that I was supposed to get, I love this commercial. I thought it was thought out. I thought it was executed well, and it was funny to me. Even though I didn't get the main joke, I got something and I laughed.
I
What
liked
did
it as
you
well.
think?
I thought they did a really good job. I think,
They only talked
um,
about is it too big one time. So how was I supposed to
but
get
I'm
that?
saying but you have to know the term, just like the term trade. You have to understand the term size queen to understand what they were trying to go for every time they said size queen. Because when they were doing the commercial, they kept throwing jokes back and forth with um, Michelle and what's his name? Not Carson. Anyways, the other judge, and they were making penis size jokes back and forth, but it
It
correlates with
went
this, right?
it went all the way over my head. Okay, up next we have Fix It Bitch. This commercial was hilarious to me. I thought everyone in it did a good job. For some reason, Charles said Pandora should have went home when this was her idea.
She
Explain.
to me, if everybody was judged not as a group, as individuals, Pandora was the worst person in this group. In the commercial, Pandora was the worst person in there. And on the runway, Pandora had the worst outfit. So if it was an
No,
individual
Ginger had the
judging,
worst outfit. Ginger had the worst outfit.
well, them two, they two had the worst outfits. And I think if she didn't was not in this winning group, Pandora would have went to the crib. She would have went to the house.
If they were in the bottom, I can see that only because I thought she did a good job, but I felt like she was in the silky position of this group where she didn't have the most material. Like, let's get to who won. This person with the Naomi Smalls shoes, whatever the joke was, and Kennedy was like, "Thank you, fix it, bitch. I think you fixed it." And she had all the funny lines, like you could pay with your stimulus check. Like Kennedy had all the funny lines of
Trinity.
that group. Oh, and I love her. I'm sorry. I love Trinity. I'm gonna call you Kennedy all season. Charles already know. Trinity had the best lines of the group, so I agree that She should have won, but I didn't think she was the best.
I think Raja did the best in the
I think so
group.
too.
I think Raja has the most pop when she's on screen. Um, yeah.
Because she carried the opening of the commercial. Like Trinity just had to be funny. Like, and that's when we get to the rest of this review, that's her attitude anyway. Like, thank you, fix it, bitch. Like she was really playing herself. But anyway, we ain't gonna take nothing from Trinity. I love Fix It Bitch. I thought that was the most funny commercial.
Hmm.
So congratulations to them for winning. Up next we have Rack, Rent a Queen. And from this right here, they lost. This was stupid. RAQ Rack. What I have to say, because I'm just gonna say what I have to say, then you comment. What I
Okay.
have to say about this group from the workroom to the final product, they did not have a clear idea. They were doing way too much, way too many costume changes, way too many scenes. Like, if you have to do all of that to be perceived as funny, start over. And I kind of saw the writings on the wall for Silky when she started having those confessionals about, I don't want to be dragged for still in the scenes. I'm going to be a team player. I'm going to sit back and just let them do what they want to do. Silky girl, step up. You saw your team was going down the wrong road. It's nothing wrong with giving your 2 cents and having the team take in consideration your opinion. I felt from the workroom that they were going to be in the bottom.
Um, hmm. I think the downfall of this group was Ginger. I feel like
Ginger,
I feel like Ginger's need to be the star pushed everybody else to the side. And I also feel like that's why their commercial was so bad. If you notice, Ginger played three different main
everything.
characters, and she did like Silky was different characters, but she was different side characters.
And she
Ginger
had
made
no lines.
herself right. Ginger made herself the main character multiple times
This
and
was
was
the funniest
Bogart.
part of the commercial.
But as we see, it's only Ginger. And I think the judges in them, they know that, okay, yeah, girl, you're funny, but this is a group project. You can't Beyonce your way this all the way through thinking you're going to win group projects and only highlight yourself.
They didn't give her that critique. They made Ginger feel like if it wasn't for you, it would have been complete trash.
Mm, well, I think subconsciously, what I said is the reason why they didn't choose this group. Because the commercial, if Ginger was so damn great, excuse my language, they should have won. If Ginger was that chick, if she was that girl, then they should have won.
Ginger was funny in the commercial, but they were doing too much. And honestly, I thought their joke was the size thing. Like, we're renting a queen. Like, yeah, the queen is supposed to come cook you a shake or whatever, but we really are escorts. Like, we really, because what was the point of the lotion on the face? Like, it went in too many different directions.
Hmm.
Like, are they escorts or are they really there to be your chef and your personal assistant? Like, what is
All
it?
of it. All of it.
I didn't like it. And I felt like they had the best setup, to do something. And they just did too much with it. But let's get into the whole team was in the bottom.
Okay, take them
So
off the screen.
let me see. The whole team was in the bottom. And, we're deliberating.
Hmm.
And let's talk about this first, then we're going to get into this. So they're leaving the runway. They come into the back and they're like, all four of us in the bottom, child, y'all got to pick. Out of nowhere, Miss Trinity K. Bonet says, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all done came off this stage and did not praise me for winning. This was my first win ever. And y'all over here talking about being in the bottom, but you ain't congratulate me. What did you think about that moment?
Watching it. mm, Okay, so watching it, I understood where she was coming from, but her delivery was all wrong. And you could tell by the way the girls were looking in their faces, like they were taken aback. Yeah, they were like caught off guard by, what she was saying. And I don't think she ever felt that. Now, I'm an empath. So when I'm around people, anyways, if your energy changes, I literally can feel it in the room. So first of all, I wouldn't have said what the fuck she said, but she didn't course correct herself. It came to a point where Raja had to say, "All right, you guys, let's
Let's
toast
cheers.
to Trinity." And even then, Trinity wasn't clicking in her head that this is sarcastic. Like, we're sarcastically
Right.
toasting you, bitch, because you're talking too much right now. She still kept going, like kept going, kept. And then was it Eureka? They was like, "Oh, Auntie Trinity just read us down." And she's like, "I had to." It's like the dummy in the room don't know they're the butt of the joke, but they're still being loud and keep going and going. It's like watching a train wreck, I guess you could say.
It made me feel like you're in danger. Like if you ever hit that bottom again,
You going home?
you go on. People is over. I felt like it was way team too much. Now I agree. When people come back off the stage, everyone does congratulate the winners. But as Raja pointed out, girl, the winners are usually still on the stage. So when they come back, we just now finding out who the winner and we're congratulating them. That's a moment that RuPaul missed. Like he could have sent the exercise queens back and be like, y'all say these the tops, these the bottoms. But it was just the way she said it. It's like Trinity is someone, and it's kind of like me a little bit. I think I know how to read a room a little bit better. But when I have something to say, I just have to say it. I don't know how to, not. And I feel like she just had to say it, but she couldn't. I don't know. I felt like she shouldn't have said it. I feel like they would have congratulated her. I felt like if she would have gave them a moment.
Yeah, it would have came back around. Like if she would have just
Yeah,
sat there, the energy would have came back to them needing to talk to her anyways because she has to vote. So it's like it would have came back around, girl. Just center yourself, because she, even from the very first comment that wasn't about her win, she already had the face on, so it was
yeah.
already
Like as soon as
going to
they
go there.
came back and didn't say, "Oh, congratulations, Kennedy," it was like, "Hold up, y'all ain't talking about me." I felt like I wouldn't have been like that. Like I probably would have said it the same way she said it, but I don't feel like I would. I probably wouldn't have felt the need to say it because I don't need you to congratulate me. I just won and I got $5,000. Like you congratulate me means nothing. But she's someone that has to be validated because even last week when she was just safe, she was like, I felt like I should have been up on the stage. What you mean safe? So I feel like she's someone who constantly has to be validated. I don't know.
All right,
But
so let's
moving on
talk
from
about the
there,
four. The
let's
four.
get into the four. So now the four, Ginger Jan, Silky, and Akira. And for whatever reason, Akira opens her mouth to say, I believe it's between me and Silky. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's the
bitch, it's
part.
between you, Silky, Ginger, and Jan. Bitch, I ain't never saying it's between me and Silky.
See, Angie, that's why me and you are right. The people
I
at
would have
home
threw
will
them
never
all under the bus.
they will never understand. Me and Angie are right here. That comment was literally the comment that sent Silky home.
It was
It was a curious thought that she made it a me versus Silky thing. Nobody was even thinking that until a curious said, "Well,
until she
y'all,
said it.
I guess it's up between me and Silky." That literally signed and sealed Silky's no home.
I feel like Akira because she was within the group. She knew she was the weakest link in the group because from what we saw on the episode, she was the one who had to get the most correction in the group. So maybe she felt like, but I would never threw my home. I would have never said me. I would have been like, this is why I need to stay. Now y'all choose between us four because that's who it's between. It's between us four. And
Right.
you could have got all kind of split votes in there.
You know what kind of fight this, imagine if this was Big Brother and somebody in your alliance would have said, well, I guess it's between me and her on the block. They would have
Right.
been like, girl, who is we? Who are
And
you
then I'm
talking
with
about?
Silky. She was like, yeah, I guess it's between me, you, and Jan. And Jan is like, hold up, let me tell you my critique right here. Um, for Jan looking like this, she should have went
A
home.
mess. A
She
mess.
should have went home. Silky's problem with this group is they only had her doing dumb shit like this. They didn't let her be funny. And even though that was funny, that's all she did was scenes with no lines. And it was kind of like you were in the background. But to me, the background didn't lose it. It was the people with the lines that lost it for you. So, Silky girl, why are you even putting your name in it? And then I would have said, Ginger, look, Ginger is the worst dressed.
And Silky said that. Silky said, well, really, if we're going to for everybody, Ginger got the worst critique on outfit. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying
I would have
what they
cussed the
say.
Kyria out. I'm like, bitch, don't put my name between nothing. Like, bitch, it might be between you, but I feel like I should be here.
Right, it might be between you and Jan, but don't put
Right,
me
but
in it.
don't put me in it. Like, I look good and I did good. It just was so hard. And then when we actually see the votes, Silky and Akira vote for each other. I'm like, bitch, why y'all ain't vote for Jan?
Because
Like,
they
it's for
because Akira made it A or B. They literally took Jan and Ginger out of the voting equation.
I outfit aside, I did not think Ginger did bad. I know you disagree. You feel like Ginger did too much. I thought Ginger was funny. Jan was not funny in everything that she did
And
on
her
that
outfit
screen.
was a chop.
And her outfit was a chop. So this was Jan's episode to go. And I would have thought it's too many season 11 girls for one of y'all to go home. Trinity, let's get into Trinity's bullshit real quick. Trinity sits down and tells everybody, you good with me, you safe with me. The only person I didn't hear her say, you're safe with me too, was
Ginger.
Ginger. So that's why I was like, I'm nervous for Ginger. She might be getting ready to go home.
Yo, if
But
not Akira, if Trinity next episode has Ginger's lipstick in her chest,
she doesn't.
oh, okay. I'm saying if she do, they already sending her home next, but she really gonna be on the
She
chopping
doesn't.
block.
I watched Untucked, so I might be spoiling a little bit, but Trinity picked Silky. And I felt like Trinity assured Silky the most, like, girl, you good with me. I ain't sending none of us home. Like, we black. Like, I really felt like it was the Black People Alliance. The way she was talking to the girl. And I'm like, bitch, you don't pull her lipstick. You could at least voted out Jan. But
Mm.
this vote was a mess. I felt like with four people, it should have never been between Akira and Silky. It should have never been that way. And Silky did not deserve to go home this week. If I would have had to pick, it would have been Miss Jan going back to her singing group.
Yeah, of the four, I would have sent home Jan as well, based on the performance and outfit.
Yeah. And let's
But
move on
you
from
can tell
that.
the queens have like some type of superb respect for Jan though. Just
Why?
the fact that you heard Trinity, like Trinity was like, you are phenomenal. You're like that girl. You're Jan when she was talking to her. And then when they went to the group and Silky was like, it's between us three, the way Jan looked like I'm that girl. Like how dare you?
I
I'm
need Jan
like,
to go home. I don't like her. I didn't like her on season 12. Nothing personal. Me and her just don't vibe. We just don't vibe. It's something I can't put my fingers on it. And it took me a long time to warm up to rose, and I end up loving rose. And I called rose Jan for the longest time. But I don't see that same it factor in her. And Jan has an entitlement of, like you said, I'm that bitch. When you haven't done anything, like you weren't
Right.
even that bitch your season.
It's
So
the fans' fault. The fans deemed her as the girl that was chopped too soon. So they was like the Jan train all the rest of her season because they said she was robbed or whatever. But
I'm over it. Jan or Ginger could have went home. I didn't even think Akira deserved to go home. But
I think
moving,
okay, I don't okay for the comment section. I do not think Ginger did a bad job. I think Ginger is the reason her group lost. Like, let's make that clear. I think Ginger's need to be the center of attention is the reason her group lost.
and I will agree with that for the fact that they were doing too much. Like Ginger, you should have picked one character centered around that skit and made it funny and did a funny commercial. You didn't have to do 20 different scenes to get the point across that you rent and clean. Like, but moving on from that, we know Trinity is the winner. Who is this week's lipstick assassin? Not lipstick assassin, but lip sync assassin. We don't know. Rue opens the door, ain't a bitch ain't there. And I'm like, what is the gag here? Like, are they just gonna give Trinity the win because someone didn't show up to set? I don't know. But out of nowhere, we see this,
The stunt
and
queen.
then this. And I was like, bitch, I know your parts hurt. That was you had to be on a ladder. And it's Laganja
Estranja.
Estranja looking fucking amazing. I have a better picture of her outfit. Like, I love this fucking outfit and how it goes to that. I was like, Laganja, girl, you look good. I've heard a lot of controversy on Twitter about this lip sync battle. I know you are the battle expert, so I'm gonna give my opinion and you correct me if I'm wrong. I would have gave it to Trinity because Trinity gave me the feeling of the song. That slow walk in the beginning, and she had a build. Like Trinity went from here and elevated the song, and she gave me the stunts and the twirls. Laganja from the beginning was just dipping and splitting and bending, and she went from 10 to 10. And I felt like you ain't give Denali her praise when she go 10 to 10. Why does Laganja get to win for going 10 to 10? So, not saying Laganja did a bad job. Like, she gave me a show, but she didn't give me a lip sync.
Okay, so I feel like this lip sync was the actual double win. This should have been the one instead of Brooklyn and
Yeah,
Raj.
I would agree
This
with
should have
that.
been the one where it's like, and we need to give it to Trinity first. Trinity, you win, and then Laganja, you also
You
win.
win
It's a
too.
double.
Yes.
And give Trinity her coins because Trinity was dancing the house down. She was
She
giving you
deserved
pot de
that
bourrée.
$10,000.
Yes,
Yes.
she was giving you pot de bourrée. She was coming through with the sweeps. She was giving you leaps. She was giving it to you, and she was actually lip singing the
The
song.
lip
That was
sync
the
in the
one thing
song.
I didn't like about Laganja. Laganja was not giving you the words. Laganja was just giving you stunt, 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 and it's with the new age of performance. Um, a lot of dancers are gymnasts. They're no like you no longer really have to know how to dance if you know how to flip and you
And
know how to
split.
do splits and you know exactly that's tumbling. That's not even dancing.
It's a gymnastics routine.
Hmm. And that has translated because I've been performing since I was a little kid. Now, even in the ballroom scene, this is a big issue too. The voguing girls, some of the girls don't even vogue anymore. They just flip, 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 dip, and those girls get awarded because they can do stunts. They're gymnasts.
But that becomes unfair because the point of it is to lip sync the song and make me feel like I'm feeling the song as if the artist was performing the song,
Mm-hmm.
not who can do the most splits, who can do the most dips, who can do the best back bend. And then it turns into, okay, girl, you came on the stage jumping into a split. How many times we gonna see this? Like once you do it once, it's not a wow. The third or fourth time you do it in the same lip sync.
Yeah. There's so many reasons I'm not wowed by Laganja because to me, smoking weed is not a personality. Um, so I'm not really impressed. And somebody that has really been dancing for years, okay, she she's a gymnast. I give her gymnast. I don't give her real dancing performer.
Right. Because if you are a dancer, because you call yourself an Edwards, well, she is a part of the House of Edwards, and they
Not
are the
anymore.
dance. Well, not anymore. But you claim to be a dancing queen. You should have danced. You should have like it just turned into, and then Tia is like, whoa, what? I'm like, bitch, she done did a split 5 times. How you still wowing on the fifth, sixth split? It, I just felt like
Yeah.
Trinity was robbed. I agree. This should have been, if you're gonna do a double win, this should have been it. And Trinity deserved her 10K for that performance.
Because this was a good battle. Like these, and again, if we want to make a list of the top girls to watch battle, these are two performing chicks that are up there. And Trinity, to be honest, Trinity is in the top 5 of all the Drag Race girls. Trinity is a she
I
is one
agree.
lip
I love to
singing
watch her lip
girl.
sync. Yes. She gives me the song. She gives me the performance. She just isn't going to give me stunts and shows.
Right.
But Rue, it's your show, girl. It's your show. Um, so that's pretty much it. The group voted for Silky. I already told you Trinity had Silky's lipstick and her breast too, so they could have gave Trinity her 10K. But we will see next week the outcome of the group vote because I can tell you it could have been some confusion if Silky and Akira threw a couple of votes at Jan because not everyone did not vote for Silky. So
Yeah, Ginger voted for Akira.
a lot of people voted for Akira. Akira is going to see multiple lipsticks come out of that box next week, and I can't wait to see what everyone has to say about it.
Mm. Well,
That's
I'm
why if
excited.
they would have threw some votes at Jan, it could have been some ties in there, and they could have really campaigned. Because I think if they could have threw their 2 votes at Jan, they could have convinced their 11 sisters, season 11 sisters, to vote out Jan, and Jan would have been gone.
Yeah, but
Because,
Akira said it's only me and Silky.
well, bitch, if it's only you and Suki, you should take your ass home. Like, don't put me in it. Don't put me in it.
Right.
Because Suki didn't say that. She said Janice on the table too. And I would have put Ginger outfit on the table as well. But we've already discussed all of that. Next week should open with a bang when Akira sees her multiple lipsticks on that table. And people have to stand up and say who they voted for and explain why. Um, I'm going to wrap it up. Charles, do you have anything else you want to add to the episode?
Um, Not really. Just thanks for having me. And you guys, y'all be watching because even when she posts our last videos, the views were coming in, but we need the comments. Do you guys want us live? Do you guys want us pre-recorded? Like, let us know so we can engage.
I think next week, just for the hell of it, let's do live and just
Let's
see who
let's
watches
do
it
it.
live. That way we can all talk about it in the comments. And I will say thank you for the episodes for finally being exciting enough to want to go live. And because this was a great episode. I forgot what the episode is going to be about next week because I did watch.
I didn't watch the part where it's like next time one. No. Mm-mm.
I forgot. Blame it on the 40-year-old brain, but whatever. That's it. Thank you for watching. It's Angie with Kiss My Cheeks TV. Charles,
With the Charles Warren on
Charles, the
Instagram,
Charles
Charles Warren
Warren,
online.
and
Yes.
Charles Warren online. And don't forget about the ginger
Sweet Ginger
scrubs,
Vapor Rub.
the vapor rub. It's amazing. And we will see you all next week. We go on live. We telling you right now. Next week will be live. It'll probably be this same time next week, Charles.
What time
Or do
was
you
it?
want to do right
7
at?
my
We
time?
did
6
7
your
your
time?
time on Friday.
Let's do it.
Okay, so next week, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern.
We'll be
Mhm.
live talking about what the hell is going on All Star 6. All right, well, we'll talk to you later. Bye.